You know, last year I got to do this welcome, but I wasn't here. So I can tell you, there's nothing stranger than giving a welcome address and watching yourself do it on a live stream. So, I want to welcome you to our second annual Silicon Valley Video Summit. It's hard to believe we're actually doing this. It's hard to believe there will be almost twice as many people here. It's really amazing. So I asked Marty how long I could talk today, and he said, as long as you want. And then, well, exactly. And then I said, well, how long is that? And I said, 30 minutes? And he said, oh no. So I'm gonna go fast, because as Marty was talking about today, he's really set it up in kind of his speed dating format. It's really amazing to see this many people from our community here today. It's really a privilege. This is something I've wanted to do my entire career, 45 years here in the Valley, is be able to bring our community together, to be able to share our knowledge and help people get started in the industry and learn new things. Personally, I love this venue for the summit, mostly because I get to visit old friends. I didn't mean you guys, I meant the computers that are here. Since I pretty much feels like I worked on everything that's in this building at one point or another. It's like one big flashback. Across 45 years, the industry has changed pretty dramatically. My first client I can remember here in the Valley was Tandem Computer. How many of you remember Tandem Computer? Yeah. That's really scary, you shouldn't. And then 26 years of ASG, pretty hard to believe. So our goal today is to support your mission, whatever that mission is, whether it's to learn new tech, whether it's to network and meet new people, whether it's to find a job. So in support of that today, we've assembled a pretty highly varied, unbelievable all-star group of panelists, which Marty was talking about earlier. More than 100 people. And no matter what your interest, I think you'll find something interesting today. Whether it's about tech, whether it's about events, whether it's about production, whether it's about why we can't seem to get people to come back to their campuses. And so I want to take a moment to talk just about what can happen here in this community when people get together and put their minds to doing things. So several years ago, the genesis of all of this was a group of very energetic people, Google employees, ASG employees, who had this wild, harebrained idea of getting people from around our community, from the Silicon Valley community, together and sharing ideas, solving problems. And they started using this platform some of you might know about called meetups. And it sounds very internet-y. But it took off and it started to go and started to go. And then there was this opportunity that they ran into when they met this guy named Marty Porter. Now Marty was up here talking a little bit ago, and he's very modest. He doesn't really talk about the fact that probably every trade journal you've ever seen, he and his partner Paul started. And when that ran its course, then they were the people who got together with the same kind of like-minded people who had been getting together informally and created the Sports Video Group. How many of you here know about Sports Video Group? Or I should really say, who doesn't know about Sports Video Group? So they got together with this group, with Marty and Paul and these people from this meetup group, which was mostly driven by the Google Developer Studio. And I want to take a moment, I don't know if he's here today, hopefully he is, to thank Jamie Bauman, who really was the genesis of all of this and allowed us as a community to use his facilities to put the word out and, quite frankly, hosted a lot of meetings. And then there was this pandemic thing. And again, this group was able to hold virtual meetings, help people solve for problems, look for ways to share their thoughts and input about how to make this go when we couldn't actually go see each other. And at the end of the day, that's what brought us to here, where we can share our ideas, meet each other, help solve problems, get new ideas, see our vendors, see our friends, and a lot of old computers. So I want to take 1 second and thank Tom Baldessari, who has been the best partner ever in this. If you want to think of an odd couple pairing, it would be ASG and B&H. Talk about two different business models and two different ways to work. But it's turned out to be really complementary, and he's incredible to work with, and I'm glad that we get to do this together. Lastly, I want to thank my team at ASG. Amy Lonsbury, who hopefully is in the room somewhere here, and Tom Enrath, who have worked tirelessly. My partners, Amy Zeno and Garrett Huey, who have been on this whole ride for 26 years, hard to believe. There's no better people to rely on. So with that, please meet someone new today. Learn something new. Go impress your boss that you spent your time well. And most importantly, be passionate about what you do. Thank you, and have a great day.